Chapter, and I'm here to talk about something that we've all heard of, parents who told us about college. Now, before you go and zone me out, my talk is a little different. Like, because everyone wants to talk about the glory and it's like the gold or everything, but nobody wants to go into the trenches to talk about what's wrong with it. So I'm going to start. By the time you enter the 6th grade, everything from parents, siblings, teachers, I've told you the importance of a college education. You're taught that without a college education, you're on a path to nowhere and will never have a chance to live a successful career. What if I told you that people with master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and doctorates who don't have jobs? Now, I'm gonna start off with a few myths about a college degree. Everyone's heard this quote so many times. You've heard it everywhere, from radios, televisions, everywhere. The quote is this: people with degrees make over $1 million more in their lifetime. You know, it sounds right when it hits your ears, but has anybody ever actually docked or questioned this number? If you think about it, you start to think, oh, maybe, I can look into this. Well, I did some research and found that the actual number to be under $500,000. Let me throw some numbers at you real quick. Bear with me. The average tuition across the United States of America is $27,000 a year. To get your bachelor's degree is about 4 years. This $27,000 times 4 with an interest rate of 5% brings the total cost of earning the degree up to $117,000. Alright, that sounds like a pretty good investment if the reward is $500,000, right? But the secret truth is that most college students, the average college student, takes 6 years to receive their bachelor's degree. That adds up to about, with a college inflation rate at 5%, that adds up to $186,000. We're not done yet, because those who pay that back over 10 years at an interest rate of 6%, would pay an extra $62,000. This will bring the total cost of earning the degree up to about $250,000. But then you would have to go into lost income. The average high school student who finds an entry-level job at a high school earns about $35,000 a year. Those who are in college, the majority of students in college who don't have a job are losing about $212,000 a year. This adds up the total cost of earning the degree up to $480,000. Now, in my speech, I'm not saying nobody should go to college, as much as I'm saying people shouldn't be made to believe it's the only option. In our parents' time, you could work a part-time job and afford to pay your college tuition. Like, you could work it, you could get minimum wage and afford to pay your college tuition. Nowadays, students have mortgages before they own a house, and student debt far exceeds credit card debt. When you go into college, take the plan test. It'll help you decide which colleges and which degrees will help you earn a payoff in those degrees. Because let me throw another few numbers at you. Of the last 20% of the last waiter and waitress jobs that have been created in the United States have been filled by college graduates. So what I'm trying to say is, man, we need to change the way we think about college education. We need to change the way we perform things. You can get an associate's degree. You can get a community college. We frown upon this in our communities, but it can help a lot of people out. A lot of people who, if you ask a bunch of students at the bottom of their high school class, they went to their college, the majority of them would tell you yes. What's happening is some of these kids don't really have they don't really want to go to college, but that's all they've been told of their lives, go to college. Some people just aren't like that. They're not good at schoolwork. They're good, but they're not just good at schoolwork. So a lot of kids, some kids may be on the streets because all they ever thought is, if I can't go to college, I'll be working at McDonald's. That's not always the case. Did you know if a lawyer, if he gets a study was done at a local public college and found that about their last year graduates, only 60% of them were employed. This includes numbers that were working in jobs that didn't require a college education. Now, I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. This is just the other side of a long story. And we need to change the way we think about college education. Because just because you go to college doesn't mean everything's going to be okay.